My grandfather told me and my sister that education is a weapon that no one can take you, and if you have that weapon, everywhere that you go, you will find your way and could succeed. But money and other stuff might not follow you.
We grew up poor, but my mother, she knew the value of education, so she made sure that me and my sister, after we finished grade 4, she sent us to a small town to finish our high school.
It was always church and school. My parents put a lot of value on school, making sure that we got as much education as we could, because that was the only way out of poverty.
When we got our visa, we were very excited that, it's the end of, difficulty era, we will go into heaven with a country with no problem, and we can achieve our goals and our dream.
Back home, they say when you leave, America or Canada is a bed of roses. It's not. It's really not. If you weren't raised here, if you don't have family here, it's a struggle.
It was very hard the first few years because I wanted the education so bad, but I did not have any support system. So I had to work, and then I had to I had to study. It was not easy.
You kind of have to just find people and build a bond and a community there, because you kind of come without your community, so you kind of have to find one.
It was so cold. First of all, the weather, right? And then I did not find a job. But I was really struggling, personally, because I had a career in the Philippines. I left it, I was already a quality manager there, and then I came. And then it was so hard. There's one point wherein I was thinking of going back.
Can you mention challenges that you faced?
Sometimes people subconsciously, maybe so, look at me and think, oh, she's different, or I don't want to approach her. So I've always felt from the beginning that I've had to put an extra effort to be approached and treated like everyone else in the room who doesn't have to do that.
I started becoming ashamed of my Pakistani background and didn't want to, wear the clothes, do not want to be associated with it. The food, anything that made me stand out, it was a void in my eyes now.
I still have beautiful friends and wonderful, influences in my life, but there was always a block of how far they can understand me, because they were never going to be in my shoes, and there was always going to be that reality of the way of my life and versus their life. Yeah.
In my university classes, when I would share, respond to questions, it was just, the room was just quiet, and you could feel the stillness, because people just didn't know what to do with what I was sharing, because it was coming from a cultural perspective sometimes, and even the way I would explain it, they wouldn't understand it. So from there, I made the decision to just dial my personality down, and to dial the way I speak down, and to code switch.
I mean, it's a disservice when we silence everyone, because you don't get to see the beauty of each child. Because even myself, you start burying it deep down. Yeah, so I'm still finding myself, technically. Yeah.
I just realized more that I'm so much different from these people, and they don't know what to do with my difference. It makes them uncomfortable.
I've had a full, jam-packed bus, and the seat beside me is empty.
I was born in a war, during the war. I grew up in the war. I saw firsthand everything in the war. So I did not have a choice that, okay, I feel racism here, I can go back home and, things will be normal. So that was it. I was just this will be the place that I'm going to make my life, and I'm going to, with any means survive all of this, roadblock and challenges that I'm going to face.
With grace of God, we were able to I think really prayers really really help, right? So eventually, with the people around us, with the support that we get, I landed a job. I took some courses at Red River, and able to put some Canadian experience on my resume, and then landed a job in a pharmaceutical company. I was able to get back to the career that I wanted.
Can you tell us if there's anything at all in your mind that you think would make things better for our city?
I would really love to see cultural communities, all of them, be at the front line of decision makings that happen in government or in general for the society.
In my opinion, province needs to work with the newcomer organizations and actually come down and see what's the needs and like hear them and update the procedure.
Creating dialogue. I think that is a beautiful way to begin, because you understand and you see, you don't learn through others without talking to the other person.
My cultural perspective that was looked down on before, if I can add it to what's happening already and make that change or encourage that change, initiate that change, I think with each person doing that, we can make movements all over.